Sir.
Which place?
Barepalli.
Which block?
Sir, Dhanamali block.
Introduce yourself.
Sir, my name is Dhanamali Mahananda. I am from Sambalpur. I have done my BTech in civil engineering from VSSUT Bulla. Then I worked in an NGO for 3.5 years in the Basta district of Chhattisgarh. There I worked in the project of NRLM under district administration. Sir, I have also been a member of the block development planning committee for the DMFT fund, and also have received felicitation from the administration for my active role in COVID management crisis. I have written a case study on community forest rights.
What is your ambition in life?
Sir, I have to become a civil servant.
If your fundamental objective is to become a civil servant, then what is the necessity of undergoing such a huge course of civil engineering? The government is spending lakhs of rupees, crores of rupees for civil engineering. You have become a civil engineer. In which manner this will be helpful for a civil servant?
Sir, infrastructure is the core of the development, sir. Our economy, whole economy is development depend upon the infrastructure. Sir, being a civil engineer, I would be able to contribute in those sectors like urban flood management, irrigation project constructions, road construction, and many more such things, sir. Apart from that, sir, it will be much helpful for me because I have learned so many qualities in my engineering days that will be helpful for me in contributing and also in my teamwork with my team in the administration, sir. So that's how I would like to contribute.
For development of various projects, any amount that is being released to the block, what is the objective? For block develop, the name of the post is block development officer.
Yes, sir.
Development of the block. So for development of the block, basically, fundamentally, Government of India and the Government of Odisha, whatever the money they release, directly it goes to the block. Before 30 years, maximum 30 to 40 lakhs were being released to a particular block. So the BDO was spending maximum 30 to 35 lakhs. Nowadays, around 30 to 40 crores rupees are being released to the BDO. Out of 30 to 40 crores rupees, your answer I am telling you.
Yes, sir.
What is the usefulness of a civil engineer in the administration? If supposing you will be the BDO. Understood? And supposing 30 to 40 crores rupees have been released. Out of that, around 70% of its total allocation is being used for construction of various buildings, high schools, schools, colleges, or any sort of permanent nature of work. And rest 20-30% are being utilized for roads. So your civil engineering degree will be of much help. Why? Because in a particular block, there are minimum 4 to 5 junior engineers working under the administrative control of the BDO.
Yes, sir.
And above them, there is one assistant engineer who prepares the estimate.
Sir, the assistant executive engineers, they prepare the estimate, and the junior engineer, they implement the projects.
You just told the opposite.
Okay.
You are a civil engineer?
Yes, sir.
You are supposed to know. A junior engineer will always prepare the bill, will always prepare the estimate initially.
Yes, sir.
That estimate is being checked by the assistant engineer. The assistant engineer gives the clearance that yes, the estimate prepared by the junior engineer is as per norms, is as per government rules.
Yes, sir.
Then BDO gives administrative approval, after which the work is taken up. You should know this thing as a civil engineer. You are working in the NGO?
Yes, sir.
What sort of work that had been assigned to you?
Sir, basically I was engaged in social mobilization work, financial inclusion and livelihood promotion.
Not related to your civil engineering?
Yes, sir. That was not related to civil engineering.
So if such kind of questions will be put to you, that as a civil engineer, in which manner you will be of much use in the block, this will be your answer.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Recently, this week, our Chief Minister has released a book.
Yes, sir.
What is the name of that book?
days back.
Sorry, sir, not able
2
to
days
recall.
back.
Yes,
You are not reading newspaper every day.
sir, forgot to memorize this name, sir. Have written
Are
that.
you reading newspaper every day or not?
Yes, sir, I am reading.
Have you read day before yesterday?
Yes, sir.
Have you read the newspaper?
Yes, sir.
Which newspaper are you reading?
Sir, I use Indian Express in online mode, sir.
Odia newspaper.
We are also required.
Okay.
You never read.
In
No, sir.
tribal, actually, in tribal, 5 volume of books actually released.
Yes, sir.
One encyclopedia of tribes in Odisha. This is
The genesis of tribals. So many things are there.
Yes,
You are not
yes.
reading the newspaper.
one Odia newspaper.
Sir, I will look after it, sir.
When is your exam?
Sir, tomorrow.
At least 3-4 दिन ओडिया न्यूज़पेपर टिके थरे पढ़ी दियो सब तिक मुंडो शेष पर्यंत ता भितरे जो 3-4 टी इंपोर्टेंट जिंस अछि से जिंसटा को टिके माइंड रहू एटा छोटिया जिंसटा कहि परिबन जदी सरी गला कथा.
Yes, sir.
Recent reforms in judicial sector in our country.
Sir,
You are reading the English newspaper, you are telling?
yes, sir.
Yesterday, a monumental decision has been taken in the Supreme Court. What about that?
Sorry, sir, not able to recall.
A live telecast of the court proceedings. Supreme Court started from yesterday.
So it was last month, I think the news was.
Yesterday, for the first time, this has been done by the President Chief Justice in a bench.
Yes.
Then another reform, earlier some adjournments were there. तारीख पे बोलते हैं ना माने कोर्ट दे आर मेकिंग
तारीख पर तारीख जो सब आगु डिलेटरी प्रोसेस चलीतला से डिलेटरी प्रोसेस को आउ बरदास्त करा जिवो नाही प्रेजेंट सुप्रीम कोर्ट चीफ जस्टिस क्लियर कट कर दिछंती
माने एमती ओके रिक्वेस्ट वन लॉयर कैन नॉट रिक्वेस्ट दैट फॉर adjournment. He cannot take time like so they have stopped they cannot request for that. Then what is blue flag?
Sir, this
Blue flag is related to
sir maritime protection.
related to beach.
Yes, sir, maritime beach protection.
Beach mane to keep clean and maintain the in Odisha. What is the blue flag beach?
Sir,
Which one?
Chandipur is the.
चंदीपुर.
Yes,
And
sir.
also Puri also.
Yes, sir, Puri.
That is blue flag beach. And who is elected recently? Italy's new prime minister.
Sorry, sir, not able to recall.
She has not taken oath.
One lady.
One lady, Giorgia Meloni.
Meloni.
She has not taken but elected.
Within 45 I think.
Yes, 45 years old. And named Brothers of Italy. That party name.
General category.
Sir, scheduled caste category.
Scheduled SC.
Yes, sir.
In spite of that, please read the newspapers at least for 3 to 4 last 4 days. Odia newspapers. So that you will be able to know something will remain in your mind. Because minimum current affairs, current international affairs, current regional affairs, questions from 3 aspects will definitely come. Minimum 3 to 4 questions will come.
Yes, sir.
Today is the birthday of which freedom fighter?
Sir, not. I'm not.
From Punjab. Punjab great freedom fighter.
पेपर तो पढ़ू नहीं
Sir, Bhagat Singh.
Yes. Yesterday was what? In world yesterday was observed as a day. What day?
Sorry, sir. International Daughter Day.
World Tourism Day.
Dr. Day was the day before that.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Mahananda, you are a civil engineer. You must have observed your own district very closely. Could you please tell us what problems related to town planning your district has? And given a chance as a video, what changes you would make and how you would contribute in the town planning of your own district. Consider any town and say that. Let's say district headquarters.
Yes, sir. Sir, the first one is the unplanned urbanization which is there, sir. Because of that lack of drainage facilities, so I would make the drainage facilities first. The second thing is that, sir, the free spaces which should be there for the passage of the goods and passengers, that need to be clear, because many of the illegal shops are also there, sir, which creating some problems for the public. Sir, this much. And regarding, sir, I would promote the eco environment, like plantation of trees in those areas, regenerate the lakes which are there, sir, for conservation of the lakes and water bodies. So this much I could remember.
Your district headquarters has lakes.
Yes, sir, we have lakes in Samleshwari temple. Near Samleshwari temple there is lakes, sir.
It's a pond or lake?
Sorry, pond, sir.
How many lakes do we have in Odisha?
Sorry, sir, don't know.
ଯଦି ବାଇଚାନ୍ସ ତୁମେ ଇଂଲିଶରେ ରିପ୍ଲାଏ ନ ଦେଇପାରିବ ଯଦି ଜାଣିଛ ତ ଓଡ଼ିଆ କହିଦେବ. Have you read the newspaper? Since perhaps before 5 to 6 days, a decision has already been taken at the government level.
Yes.
The GA department has already written a letter to the OPSC to take steps for preparing the question papers from the coming year onwards
In Odia.
for preliminary, main and vias in Odia.
Yes, sir.
But if you are capable of telling your reply in English, then it would be impressive. But if you are unable, then there is no problem. But don't be depressed.
His English is okay, sir. He is speaking well,
Yes.
but information is the problem.
ଓ ଆମ ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ହ୍ରଦମାନଙ୍କ ନାଁ କ'ଣ ସବୁ?
Sorry, sir.
ହ୍ରଦ ମାନେ ଲେକ୍ସ.
Sir, Chilika Lake.
ହଁ ଆଉ very famous in
Yes, sir.
famous in world.
Sir, Hirakud Reservoir has been.
And recently one another
Ansupa Lake is there,
side,
sir.
yes.
Ansupa Lake, Tamrap Lake, and not able to recall.
Any important decision has been taken on Chilika? Can you tell which decision by government of Odisha?
Sir, it was declared the wetland site. Wetland site was declared wetland site, sir.
But what decisions has been taken?
Sir, for the conservation of that area.
No. For installation of a ropeway to go to Kalinga, this decision has been taken. You have taken sociology and history
Yes, sir.
as your optional papers.
Optional paper.
No?
Yes, sir.
Have you read European history?
Yes, sir.
What is the fundamental difference between Congress of Vienna and the United Nations Organization?
Sir, the Vienna Congress was regarding after the revolution of French Revolution. It was,
Year?
sir,
Congress of Vienna?
1815 it was.
1850.
Yes, sir.
Metternich.
So in that meeting, it was decided for demilitarization of certain areas, and also they divided their areas for their control for trade and other things. In the United Nations, it was a peace process which was declared after the Second World War, so that no such kind of war will be in future. So the Vienna Congress was basically about a kind of reflexive of their revenge policy, but UN was not like that. It was for peace and prosperity of future generation.
Actually, League of Nations, and you make a comparison between League of Nations and United Nations Organization.
Yes, sir.
Now, what is why League of Nations failed, and what is the necessity for emergence of United Nations Organization?
So the League of Nations was unable to install peace because they did certain mistakes in that, like some revenge policy was there for the defeated parties, and demilitarization of that Germany, sir. And also, sir, a great amount of war indemnity was imposed on them. They destroyed the socio-economic conditions of the nation. Sir, that was the mistake they did. But in UN, sir, they did not repeat the same mistake. The winning party, they decided to go for peace. Like they gave equal chances to all the nations, despite they have been lost the war. And in that meeting, it was decided that every country will be having the votes, and no war indemnity will be put upon each other. A kind of soft way of dealing the losing party was there.
There have been an argument that history is created by the contemporary politicians. Whatever they like, they want historians to record that only, ignoring some important facts. What's your opinion on that?
Sir, history have different kinds of source, literary, archaeological, many more sources. So it's obvious that the winner write history. It's true, but we cannot say that the history is distorted. The new politicians are trying to rewrite those histories which were hidden, which were not coming to the forefront, because long rule of certain dynasties, they did not try to push our history to the mainstream. So that's my opinion. The history is already there, and also the history which is written has some literary evidences, some archaeological evidences. Various types of other foreign travelers have written their own accounts. From that we are extracting our history. So that's my opinion, sir.
Many freedom fighters have contributed significantly, but if you look at some fundamental, rudimental history books, you will generally not find their names, but many documents have been revealing about their roles, and recently, thanks to some movies, we are getting to know about that. Your
Yes, sir.
reflection on this?
Sir, yes, sir. It's true that many of the freedom fighters who have fight for.
Who might be responsible for this?
Sir, the government should focus upon that and rewrite those things as well, to inform our future generation for those things, sir. Because if something lacking was there in the past, then we can rectify it now. So the government should do that, sir, by including those in school education and college education syllabus as well.
How do you plan to contribute as a civil servant?
Sir, I would like to work for the upliftment of the marginalized section, like the tribals, the Dalit, the women, the physically challenged people, which must focus, because they are not given such kind of space in the real life. So I would like to contribute for them by bringing education, quality skill development to them, some livelihood opportunities for them, and also for their health facilities I will be provide that also, sir. Also respecting their cultural significance, I would be able to impact in this sector. So that's I have decided, sir.
If a government suddenly takes a decision to eliminate quota system and takes step related to that, you will be an administrative officer at that time. What would you do? What would be your opinion, and will you be with your government or with protesting public?
Sir, the reservation system was given looking into the conditions at that time, and even now also, sir. Sir, I would I would suggest government for the reformation in the system, because the various reformation is required in the present system. So I would suggest a reformation in the system rather than.
Such as.
Yes, sir.
Such as.
Yes.
What are the reformations that you can recommend to the government? Example.
Yes, sir. Sir, already the Indira Sawani case has decided for not cap of 50% reservation for scheduled caste, scheduled tribe, OBCs, and now the EWS categories are there, sir. Sir, the like EWS category has been on the in the economic conditions also. Sir, in case of SC, ST, OBCs, the socially and educational conditions is there. So apart from that, I would be able to make some kind of subcategorization under that in terms of economic conditions as well. And also the repeated reservation, the people who are taking repeated reservations, they should be given least preference as compared to the people who are first time or in that case. So that I will be able to
yes,
right.
it sounds logical. You can also reply in this way that when the Constitution of India came into force, at that time it was enshrined in the Constitution that reservation would remain for a period of 10 years. And after every 10 years, any government which is remaining in power, it is not abolishing it, only out of political consideration. Any government which will take such type of steps to eliminate or to erase or to remove this criteria is likely to be difficult. That's why, out of political consideration, the government which is remaining in power is not at all taking any drastic steps for erasing this clause. If any member will ask you, your reply will be like this. Already we have around 70 to 80 years. 8 years around?
Yes, sir.
That means the purpose for which our reservation policy was mentioned in the Constitution was meant only for 10 years. But in the meantime, 8 years have already passed. And at least I will recommend, if any member will ask you what is your specific recommendation, you can tell that I will recommend to the government that those persons who have already taken the benefit and those who are already in the upper strata of the society from the financial point of view, they should not be given any sort of further opportunities for their offsprings.
Yes, sir.
Those persons whose economic financial condition is completely miserable still at this stage and their economic criteria have not been improved, they should be given this opportunity. Above all, please give a little bit smiley. You remain little bit depressed because
yes,
initially whatever I asked you could not be able to reply because you have not been in touch with the current events, national events, international events. That's why you could not be able to reply, for which you remain depressed.
Yes,
but even if you are not capable of replying anything there, please don't be depressed because so many questions are likely to be faced by you from 3 to 4 members. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So don't be depressed. Supposing one question you could not be able to reply, you will tell, sorry sir, I am able to recollect.
Yes, sir.
I do not know, instead of telling I do not know, you can tell, sorry sir, I am unable to recollect.
Sir, last time बहुत बढ़िया
ଭଲ ହଉନି ମୋତେ ବି ଭଲ ଲାଗୁନି
डिप्रेस से
ମାନେ
नोट वरी ତମେ ବହୁତ ବଢିଆ କହୁଥିଲ ଲାଷ୍ଟ ଟାଇମ ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ଇମ୍ପ୍ରେସ ସର
କାଇଁ ଆଜି ମୁଁ ଦେଖୁଛି
ଆଜି
ଦେଖି ସାର ମେବି ନର୍ଭସ୍ ଅଛି
ପ୍ରଥମରୁ
ନର୍ଭସ୍ ଅଛ
No, actually he started confidently. He had a smile on his face, but when you fail to answer 2-3 questions from newspaper, see, don't think that failing to answer 1 or 2 questions means end of everything. No,
Yes, sir.
not like that. Your knowledge has been already evaluated in prelim and main stage. Okay, the board also knows that. Here, your personality is examined. Okay, and how you handle the situation is the biggest thing that is observed. You started losing eye contact after failing to answer 2-3 questions.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
do that. Initially, for 1 or 2 minutes it was okay. You looked at every one of us and answered. But when you failed to answer 2-3 questions, you started looking down, looking at the table.
You became
Yes, sir.
depressed. I observed. He lost his confidence. You could not be able to reply. Nothing to worry. Next question you will reply. Next question you will reply. Supposing initial 2 to 3 questions you are not capable of replying. Or you are capable of replying and specifically English sentence is not coming to the mind. Specific word is not coming to your mind. It is better not to get nervous and it is better to speak in Odia also. There is no problem.
Yes, sir.
ପିଲା ସର ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଏଥର ବଢିଆ ବି କହିଛନ୍ତି ଫିଡବ୍ୟାକ୍ ବି ସର ଭଲ
କହିବ
ସେମାନେ କହିଛନ୍ତି
ଆମେ ଯୋଉ ଅସମଜନ କରୁଛେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଗୋଟେ କଥା କହିଥିଲେ ନାହିଁ
Yes, sir.
ଯଦି ତମକୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ରେ ନ ଆସୁଛି ମୁଣ୍ଡରେ ନ ପଶୁଛି ଆଉ ମଝିରେ ଅଟୋ
କହିପାରିଲ।
ଓଡିଆ ତ ଫିଲ୍ ଅପ୍ କରିଦିଅ